morning. This is video 33 out of a series of 40. And we have quite a lot of exercises, but no new exercises today. A lot of new exercises were introduced in video 30-31. So we keep repeating like we did in video 32. Let's get right to it. We close the eyes for a moment. Sit straight. Breathe deep and calm, just for a minute. Clear the mind in silence. Open the eyes again. We start with Adho Mukha Svanasana, which is the down dog. However, like with the shoulder stand, there is a process. So you don't directly start with the down dog. You start with Bhujangasana and Adho Mukha, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. That is the cobra pose and the upper dog, which were the last two exercises of the previous video. So we'll start with that and we end up in the downward dog. So lie down on the belly. We prepare for Bhujangasana, the cobra pose. Then without support at first, we raise the upper body as high as possible and even a little bit higher. And only then we put the hands on the ground. Bhujangasana. We transition into upper dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Notice that the heels are sticking out the back actively. You're not passively leaning on the hands. You work your upper body, your arms, increasing the intensity of the back bend, the heels sticking out the back. It may look passive, but I assure you it's very active. I'm very actively engaging, working. Okay, and then we have Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. You notice I transition without bending the arms and the legs. Another thing is, if you feel the necessity, adjust the distance between the hands and the feet. And people sometimes ask, your feet are spread, why do you do that? It's not natural to keep your feet together, not natural at all. So shoulder width apart, approximately, give or take, not important. A little bit spread of the feet really helps to stabilize. Okay, we're in the pose now. Now we start to work. We extend the arms. We visualize the tailbone pointing toward the ceiling, so we actively tilt the pelvis. And we do not pursue to put the heels on the ground. Forget about it. Many teachers will tell you that is one of the most important aspects of the pose. It's very superficial and it really diminishes the essence of the pose and the effect of the pose, which is not in the heels, but in the hips and the midsection of the body, and of course the arms and the upper body. Okay, slowly come back into the child pose. Forehead on the floor, arms alongside, then relax the arms and the shoulders especially. And then we have Virasana, the hero pose. Sitting on the knees, you spread the ankles so that you can sit in between. Then don't sit like this. Tilt the pelvis so that the back becomes slightly concave. If you sit correctly, you can actually use this as an alternative for the meditation pose. If you sit straight in Virasana, a lot of energy rises up, making meditation very natural. Provided, of course, that you're comfortable in the pose. Virasana, the hero. Then we slowly come back out of the pose. We just relax for a moment. Take a deep breath. Okay, let's have a look. We have 3 shoulder stand variations. Suptakona, Parsvahala, and Ekapada, Parsva Ekapada, Sarvanga. Now we always start with the basic shoulder stand. I'm going to create some room. We start with Sarvangasana to establish a proper position on the shoulders. And if that's all right, you move on to Dandasana. Karnapida. And then we have the pose that is on the schedule for today, which is Suptakona, inverted angle. You grab your big toes while in Karnapida, then you spread and straighten the legs as wide as possible. Okay, then we have Parsvahala, the plow pose with a twist. We connect the poses. If you feel the need to take a little rest in between, you should do that. But for the purpose of the video, we connect. We go to Parsvahala, tiptoeing to the side, but focusing on keeping the back straight. Very important that you don't end up like this. Keep the hips horizontally level and the spine upright. Consolidate a while on the left and then slowly tiptoe to the right. Firmly support the back so that you can stay upright. Maintain proper alignment. Go back to Hala, then back to Sarvanga, which is then the basis for Parsva Ikapada Sarvangasana. Parsva to the side, Ikapada one leg, Sarvanga shoulder stand. Remember, our goal is not to put a foot on the ground, which is easy if you don't pay attention to the alignment. We want the back to be straight, remain straight, and the hips to remain horizontally level. That determines how far the leg goes down. Slowly come back. Slowly come back, and we slowly and controlled we come out of Sarvangasana. And relax for a moment, lying on the back. If you do the exercises correctly, meaning you focus on standing still in silence, you notice that in a very natural way you become meditative. That is exactly the purpose. And it is something that does not occur when you exercise, when you approach yoga in an exercise way, meaning constant movement, playing music, a teacher that is constantly talking, which is always good to do exercise, but yoga has another dimension that is simply not there if you don't stand still and practice in silence. Okay, we have Janu Shashasana. One leg straight, one leg bent, angle of approximately 120 degrees, asymmetric, but we make it as symmetric as possible. Inhale deep, exhale, move towards this foot, not sideways as many people do. We try to make the pose as symmetric as possible in its asymmetry. And remember, you're not looking for a pretty pose, you're looking for effect. So you try to do this without bending the back. Slowly come back, take a little rest. The tailor pose, take a deep breath. Switch. Inhale deep. Exhale, bend forward. Try to keep the back straight. Come back. Relax for a moment, take a deep breath. Then we have Paschimottanasana, starting with Dandasana. Paschimottanasana, stretching up the west part of the body, the back. Dandasana, sitting straight like a stick. Straight. Inhale deep. Exhale, bend forward. Try to do that without bending the back. Purely focusing on the tilt of the pelvis. Push the buttocks back. Push the heels forward. Not the toes, the heels. And slowly come back. Take a little rest in the tailor pose. Then we have Portalasana, the counterpart of Paschimottanasana, stretching up the front of the body, stretching up the east, literally. Start again from Dandasana. Then remember, the fingers are not pointing forward. For practical reasons, the fingers are pointing back, putting the shoulders in a much more natural position when we elevate the hips and preventing damage to the shoulder joints when we do it like this. So, fingers pointing back, spread the feet just a little, and then without bending arms and legs, using pure core strength, raise the hips. Don't hold the breath, don't drop the head. Okay, slowly come back. Very intense. You feel the heat rising, which is an indication energy is rising. So we have a perfect preparation for meditation, especially after the next exercise. Which is Shashasana, a pure Kundalini exercise, awakening the sleeping snake at the bottom of the spine, which is symbolism for the energy that is latent in every human being. Latent meaning it's not active. You activate it with your yoga practice in general, and in particular with Shashasana. And it is this energy that is responsible for the opening up of the higher chakras. Intellect, wisdom, vision, unconditional love, intuition, these are all characteristics, qualities every human being can manifest, if only the energy that is responsible for this manifestation is there. And that is what we do. Every yoga practitioner who does yoga right manifests those special qualities. Shashasana, extensively explained in video 32. No, which was it? 31, where it was introduced. So we'll not go too much into details. You sit on the heel. If you can, you apply half lotus. If you can't, you keep your foot on the ground. If you're flexible, no problem in your knee. And then you tilt the pelvis, hollow back, hands on the knees, and 2/3 of your weight is actually on your knees. Sitting on the heel is not comfortable, but it's less comfortable if all your weight is on your heel. If you make a hollow back, tilt the pelvis, actively stretch up, part of your weight is actually on the knees, reducing the pressure in the groin. Okay, close the eyes, breathe deep and calm, then focus first on the discomfort that the heel causes in the groin, and then visualize energy rising up along the spine all the way up to the top. Slowly come back. If you don't believe in this, the Kundalini effect, all you have to do is just try. Sitting on your heel, everything changes. Your mood, your focus, and you just want to stay like that and just take off in meditation. Were it not that it's rather uncomfortable to continue sitting like that, we will repeat the other side and then properly sit in the meditation pose on a cushion and extend that wonderful effect that you create in Shashasana. Remember that you try to keep the hips level, don't end up like this. Many people end up like this. Pay attention. Slowly come back quietly. Transition with as little disruption as possible to your meditation. 5 minutes meditation through observation. Slowly open the eyes again. Absolutely amazing, isn't it? Now, having reached this point, coming close to the end of the series of 40, if you have followed the videos from the beginning, you start to realize what is happening. You start to realize what yoga really is about. And you realize that what you have achieved up until now, what you have come to understand about yoga up until now, is something that you will not find in any yoga studio around the world. Your knowledge, simple as it is, without long lectures, your understanding of yoga, and not only that, but putting into practice and evolving, developing. You'll not find that in any other yoga class in the world. In such a efficient, no-nonsense way. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.